Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this is about mixing drums and using a drum samples, and in this case Redback drums samples. So this is a song that hasn't been released yet. I have mixed this, but this session it's only the drums, and I haven't done anything to the drums now except my kind of pre-thing what I always do because I'm mixing to certain buses. So let's go quickly through this is my basic template. Here's my drum effects. Parallel drums, there's SSLs, bass compressor, 10:1 ratio, 10 milliseconds attack, 0.1 release. Cool. And then there's a soft tubes tube tech, full tech EQ, where I'm boosting and attenuating 30 Hz and boosting 8K. The parallel EQ compressor, and then it's the SSL channel strip. Just that I monitor levels because I'm always hitting -12 and -6. Then I have a room reverb, which is Tegeler's Raumzeit machine, their hardware. Then, well, it says Rev 100, but there's something, it's an old device, I need to probably clean it. It was making a little bit noise. So what I have there is SSL Flex Verb with my drum plate on preset. Then it's Lexica's MPX1 with the tiled room preset. And I'm sending just a kick and snare to that. So those are the drum effects, like effect sense. And then all individual drums goes to these buses, or all kicks go to kick bus, all snares go to snare bus, and so on. What I did, I EQ'd the buses a little bit and the rooms a little bit, and then just kind of made this kind of level approximately that it sounds okay. The drums on the individual channels, there is no EQ going on, nothing. The only thing is I have I did a small moves, carried some boominess, and I did some low on these, for example, tiny EQ moves to clean it. And then because I mix into buses, also sub buses, so this is pretty much what I always have on my kick before I even start to do anything. Pull tech trick, boosting, attenuating, lows, boosting a little bit highs. That's always there. I mix into this. It just makes everything a little bit, better towards the goal that I'm looking for. On the snare, I have soft tube summit audio. I'm boosting 2020, get the kong, and then a little bit 2.2K there, just for a starter. Toms, they have a dual mono soft tubes FET compressor on the dual mono mode, so that's always there. And room have a universal audio's 1176, kind of my preset. I kind of mix also into this. So if I want more compressor, I'm hitting that room bus harder and so on. On the actual drum bus, I have Sound Theories. I think it was Sound Theory, Gulfos EQ, just doing tiny amount of stuff with that. Then the channel strip, oh no, sorry, X-saturator, I'm adding a little bit of saturation to the drum bus. And then the channel strip, but I'm not doing any EQ, nothing with it. It's just for measuring that I want my drums to hit around here. No samples now, completely natural drums. The only thing I also did, so this is a bit more pleasant to listen, I added a Black Salt Audio silencer. So this is fantastic silencer for drums. Check it out what it does. So now it's off, and we're listening kick now. There's a lot of bleed. So it reduces basically everything else except the kick, and I did the same to snare and to toms. Instead of cleaning these toms, I just added the silencer, so it just opens when there's some fantastic plugin. Alright, so that's there. and tiny amount of transient, soft tube transient shaper to kick. That's it, no EQ. Okay, let's listen to the drums. The recording is great, you know, but obviously it's not really there yet. What I do usually, I always have a option using samples many times on kick and snare. So what I did with this one, I bounced the kick track with the silencer on. All the others were bypassed. So then I got the basically the kick. So it's really easy for the trigger then to read that. And I did the same to snare top. Before we go into triggering, let me just EQ the kick and snare to maybe, you know, where I would want them to be, because it's okay, but it's not really there. And I'm gonna use mouse. Usually I use these SSL controllers, but since it's easier for you to follow when I do these EQ moves with the mouse. Okay, kick first. I'm not gonna compress it even this point. Usually, you know, I don't put compressor just for the sake of compressing, but then, you know, if I would continue mixing with other instruments, then I maybe need to add a little bit compression so that it's more like this. But so far it works fine. So what I did, cut some of the whoa whoa whoa, not so good sounding lower mix, added some 55 hertz, boosted some 2Ks, get a little bit snap. Didn't find the need to boost 8K because I have the 8K boost here already. So there is a really broadband full textile, you know, boost. Okay, that's that. Then let's do the same to snare. Snare. Why my bottom is it should be top? The order is it needs to be certain. a tiny amount of bottom, and there was some crock and a little bit 2K, kind of like the 2K, it's like that aggressive stuff what it does. Okay, so yeah, so then I would keep continuing, to do this. But if I feel that, oh man, the kick isn't happening, or I want something else, here comes samples. So this is like I said, what I did. I bounced the kick with the silencer on, and then here's my trigger. So the redback samples, they work inside of a contact. My favorite for use is the Steven Slate's Trigger 2. And then, when you download this, buy this, then you put them in the folder where Trigger has this. So here's my redback drums folder. And I used the studio kit, just this kick drum preset on the kick. So let's listen what it sounds. And this trigger is so good and so easy to use. So let's listen the kick sample soloed. As you hear, it's a lot more snappier, more kind of metallic than the original kick if you will listen to them both. Like that, and there's no EQ now. Then let's check out the snare. First, the snare sample. See what I put. So basically, again, browser, redback drums. I can't remember actually. Maybe it was this Zebra drums. Oh, no, I think it was a studio kit snare top. Yeah. This was it, and just no like, because on this kick sample I had I muted the overheads, and I just wanted to the click because I have my rooms and everything, the reverbs here. Okay, so it's just a direct kick there, and then we listen to the snare sample soloed. This is the original snare. It's a bit small, not very good. Lot better, and again, I haven't done any EQ things except, well, I think I did. I think for kick and the original kick and snare, they were, not that good. All right, now we have the snare sound kind of approximately. Obviously when the mix progresses, I'll do it more. Then let's take this part where there's a lot of toms. So as you hear, they don't sound very good, but I'm not gonna do any EQing now, because there's a faster and easier way. Let me just put the triggers on. And I use in all the tones this mahogany kind of preset where there's direct mix, a little bit overheads. You get a sounds really good. So those are the tones. Obviously, we could use the mix knob to, if we would have to like to have the original drum there. That can be done with the mix knob, or then I could do just copy these tom tracks, bounce them with the silencer, and then I would have also real tom and the tom sample on the separate tracks. So whatever you want to do it. But yeah, so as you heard, you could get your drums to sound from to pretty massive and big. And while we're at it, let me show you a couple of other. Let's try some other snare sample. So that was really interesting. This kind of metal, rusty drums, rusty raw steel. Let's just use the top. Let's listen how that sounds. It's actually really good, like this. Okay, let's check. Let's try the rusty kick too. How that sounds. Red pack, rusty drums, kick raw steel. Let's take the direct, and these are muted. Okay, let's listen it soloed. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not sure if I would use that on this mix, because I think what I had there, which was the studio kit, this is really cool, good. Just I think I have the kick direct. Let's put that in there and let's listen. Yeah, this really boom boom. I muted the rooms. Okay, obviously, like here, the drum mix isn't ready. It doesn't happen that fast. But by just adding these great samples in a kicks case, blending that in with the original, and in the snare cases and the toms, to me they sounded so horrible that I didn't even try to EQ them. I just replaced them, from the get go with samples, because the samples they sounded really good, and the whole drum kit started just now. It will be about. I would At this point I will probably continue to bass and guitars, and then tweak, add maybe some compression to kick and snare and whatnot, and fine tune the balances even more. But within, I don't know how much it took for me, 20 minutes, I could get pretty good sounding drums, with just using the Redpack drum samples. And thank you, Redpack, for sending me these. I like this, and I'm pretty sure I will, or actually I have used these in like real productions and mixes. So thank you for watching. Please check out links in the description below to Redpack site. So like I said, they make these for Trigger 2 and for Contact, if that's what you like to use. There's all kinds of cool drum stuff on their side you can check out. Hopefully you found this interesting and informative. Until next time, take care. Bye.